Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the final Darien 2020 Bicentennial Committee meeting. It's Wednesday, November 10th at 11 o'clock in the morning. And we are recording this on, it's a virtual meeting. We are recording this on GoToMeeting. We are being televised and the broadcast will be saved. Since this is the last meeting, expected meeting, any of the proceeds from this meeting as reference minutes or anything, any goings on will be recorded. That will serve as the minutes for this meeting. So thank you everybody for sticking it out. Jamie and I were talking, it's been 2.5 years at least since it started. And when people first started talking about it, it's been even more than 2.5 years. We've done so much. It really is incredible. For the opening ceremony, Memorial Day parade, the birthday cake, anniversary day, the beach party, thanks to the Department of Parks and Recreation, and then Heritage Day. We had 4 humongous events. Thanks to all our sponsors. They really came through for us. In fact, I'm going to mention them all if I can right now. So starting off, our platinum sponsors, the Darien Foundation, they gave over a $35,000 grant to totally fund the Darien Heritage Trail. So thank you to the Darien Foundation. The town of Darien gave a $15,000 grant. They're our diamond benefactor as a seed money to start these proceedings. Gold was Baywater Properties, Crestwood Advisors, the DR Bank, Dollar Tree Self-Storage, who still has our birthday cake there, Giovanni's, William Ravis Real Estate Mortgage and Insurance Company, our silver sponsors, Neil Hawk Architects and the Rand Insurance, and our bronze sponsors, Barrett Bookstore, Cross Private Client Insurance, and Darien Board of Realtors, and our exclusive media sponsor, New Canaan Darien Muffley Media. Thank you to all the sponsors very much. You really came through for us. We'll go over the financials a little bit later, but you managed to finance the Heritage Trail, the time capsule, these 4 events, and so much more. Thank you very much. I just want to also thank the Bicentennial Committee. I'm going to go over a list. Some aren't committee members any longer because they had to drop out. But let me, I'm the chairman. Bob Pascal is the co-vice chairman. Maggie McIntyre is also the co-vice chairman. Libby Stowell, our treasurer. Jamie Gore is the secretary. She's ex officio. Susan Marks is our bicentennial coordinator. Susan Cater, unfortunately, had to drop out. Sarah Lexarkina is our educational liaison. Kate Larson, Caroline Mandler Lopez from the library. Clara Hunter, Mia Mitchell Cortellesi represented the Mather Homestead. Lori Oram was our sponsor liaison. Tracy Riccardi, Cheryl Williams, Lisa Shanahan, and of course Sarah Woodbury was on a communications team and also helped with our sponsors. And Dave Miller, who is now the liaison to the Mather Homestead. Jamie Stevenson was ex officio. Marion Castell, our town historian, was ex officio. Jim Long and Ken Reese, they were ex officios. They were the liaison to the Monuments and Ceremonies Commission. Kira Parrott from the Darien Library also was an ex officio, and Tara Gaffney from the M&C Commission. So thank you all very much. Let's have a little round of applause there, a virtual round of applause.
Al, did you mention the Bocadoros?
Right, so we do have some volunteers, Karen and Carl Borcadoro. They were instrumental in Heritage Day, Anniversary Day, actually all our events for the reenactors. They got all the reenactors for Heritage Day, which was an amazing production that they did. Cheryl Silsby is the product manager for the Heritage Trail, and she is doing an incredible job. Alexis Leon is our student liaison for the Heritage Trail. She's also doing an incredible job. Bruce Clark was the liaison for the time capsule. He's a history teacher, along with Don Siebel, who graduated. He was in the history club. Denise Terry is the liaison to the First Congregational Church. Carol Claps was the director for Heritage Day. And Tony DiCarlo was the stage manager. Let's see, who else do I have here?
You mentioned Susan Marks? Maybe you didn't.
Yep.
Right, Susan Marks. I'm pretty sure I had her.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Susan Marks. She was a bicentennial coordinator with the town of Darien. And also from the Darien Foundation, there's Brooke Dees and Leslie Osborne. They're helping out with the Heritage Trail. Who else?
Hey, Al, you know what? I'm going to have to step off pretty soon.
Okay.
So I don't know if you need
Absolutely.
me for a vote
No.
on the minutes.
If you're good with the minutes, or did you have any?
I'm good.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so she's good with the minutes. Let me just go over Catherine Love from the DAR was instrumental. Thank you to the Darien Times also for the publicity they gave us. And Keith Keeler, he's the chairman of the history department. He's doing the essay contest that will be on our closing ceremony. There's probably a lot more people, Jim Cameron from TV 79, but hopefully I got the majority. But thanks everybody so much. It was incredible.
That night, Papson, she was a volunteer, but she
Absolutely. Yeah, Susan. Yeah, Susan Papson also helped out so much with it.
Suzanne.
Suzanne Papson, yeah, you got that right. Sibel Stewart also helped out, and Ula Kramer, they're from the Museum of Darien. So thank you, everybody. Yep. So, looking at the minutes, did anybody want to go through them, or everybody's okay with them, or is there any, should we take a vote now?
I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, everybody approve, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
objections, say no. Any abstentions, speak up now. Okay, Bob and Susan Marks approved them in abstention, so I think we're okay for the minutes. And
Great.
like I said, today's
Thanks.
minutes, since we are recording, that'll serve as today's minutes. And let's see, so then Heritage Day, it was really fantastic. I don't know how it all came together, but it did. Like I say, the rehearsal before, we were having trouble with the sound. Some people couldn't attend, but everything worked out fantastic. We do have some expenses that I should mention. We did some flowers and water for about $60, balloons for $26, the church organist for $300. Audio originally came in at $3,800, but the Wednesday before it just wasn't working. So I talked to Jeff and we bought some more mics and some more equipment that came in at $4,250. We paid the graphic designer. Thank you, Jamie Pavelanis, for all the work you've done. She was amazing. Everything seemed to be, please, just at the last minute, can you do this for us? And I promise not to give you any last minute requests. And then a week later, I gave her a last minute request, but she came through for everything. So there's a total for the last few months that she did of $275. We placed an ad in the Darien Times for $470. The photographer, who did a fantastic job, Catherine Calderwood, thank you very much, $717.86. She was there for the full day. The programs for $160. The pizza party came below our original $1,000 estimate. It came in about $250. The banners that we did at 5 locations and the lawn signs that we did. Thank you, Susan, for putting up the lawn signs, $715. And I already briefed the 5th Connecticut Regiment, and all the British reenactors were $3,350 that already briefed. So those invoices are in. We also, I put in an invoice, there's a $4,000 reserve charge for the mini site for the Darien Heritage Trail. We got an invoice for $2,000, so that invoice is in, and when it's completed, we'll get the other $2,000 in. So finances, we should be pretty good if you take all those charges out, plus the charges for the Heritage Trail that we still have to pay the $2,000 and the $1,000 for maintenance for the Heritage Trail and the $500 for the essay contest. We still have about $6,000 or so left. We do have to pay the time capsule, the final closing ceremony, food for that. The police, I don't have an invoice for them yet, and there's some miscellaneous charges, but I think we're in very good. We should still be in the black after we pay those. Those are just incidental charges. They're not going to be that much. So that's good. Thank you to all our sponsors and all the people who have pledged. We did get that last pledge, or there's still one pledge remaining, but thank you, Jamie, for everything you've done for tracking down one of those pledges. That was instrumental for one of our goal sponsors.
What was
So that was
so
fantastic.
never paid of the sponsors?
There's one, we'll email them again. There's a bronze that never paid, yeah.
Oh, no. That's
But
too,
I think we'll just write it off. We'll email them one more time. I think I'll talk to
are
Lori.
we allowed to know who that is? I mean,
I don't want to mention it. We are being recorded, so I don't want
Okay.
to mention it. We can talk later. But it isn't a big deal because we should be okay. And that's it. There's a closing ceremony. Everybody here is, I'm sorry?
were they on the list and got all the free publicity, or did they not?
Yes, no, yeah, they did. Right. We'll circle back with them, but
Yeah.
like I said, it's not a big deal. So the closing ceremony, November 19th, everybody on this call has responded, so that's good. We are sold out. It's a combination of the closing of the Museum of Darien 1820 exhibit, the closing of the 2020, and just a thank you to everybody who volunteered, and the time capsule. And we have 2 essay winners. Keith Keeler is going to give me the final essays on Friday, and so we will announce them hopefully this Friday. He'll give me the final ones, and a week from Friday at the closing ceremony we'll announce it, and those will go into the time capsule as well. Sarah still has some. She was really great selling all this stuff. She was at the Heritage Day, both at the Mather and at the Museum of Darien. I think she sold a lot. She's discounting stuff, so if anybody wants stuff,
I do.
just telephone her 203-984-1798. That's 203-984-1798.
Wait.
Okay.
203-984.
203-984-1798.
Okay.
Or you can email her at Darien2020 MERCH as in merchandise, MERCH at gmail.com.
Okay. I will.
So we're good on the finances. And I think that is about, so there, so this is the final meeting. We do have 2 projects that are still going forward, the Heritage Trail. Thank you, Sarah, for everything you've done. And Shannon, especially. I don't know if anybody got to see the posts on social media, but they're really fantastic. We had a really good turnout. The first 3 went out last Friday. There was a ribbon cutting ceremony. So they were at the Museum of Darien, the First Congregational Church, and the Mather Homestead. We have 6 more to do. Those will be done sometime next year. Anyway, that project is still moving forward. We're also going to have something called the mini site, which if you go to the QR code on the Heritage Trail, you'll be able to access it. They're doing interviews, 3 interviews on each side of people. That's part of Alexis Leon's Girl Scout project or Gold project. And you want anything else, Sarah, on the Heritage Trail?
I think I will say that people are asking, actually even the board, not that the board isn't interested, but I just feel like the board is involved so they know it's happening, but people are like, when are the next ones happening? When are the next ones happening? We were like, hold your horses.
Right.
In the spring,
So
but I think everything else, I think it, it's great. And it's all, I think you've covered everything. So,
They
but
look fantastic. Yeah, we should mention the 6th. So this is going to be a memory test for me. So there's the history of downtown and the history of the Post Road. Those are going to be right around where Grove Street, somewhere around the Grove Street Plaza or in the adjoining area, and at where the Gopher, that plaza. There's the Tilly Pond Park one. There's the Battle of Norotan at Hindley. There's the Norotan Cemetery, and there's the Rings End Bridge one. So those are all really, really fantastic. Very, very interesting ones. Thank you, Ken Reese, for your write-ups, and Maggie McIntyre, of course. She did the first 3 write-ups, and Ken was involved in the last 3 write-ups. And the Museum of Darien for their pictures and everything. Anyway, yeah, so, they turned out, I looked at, I don't know, so many in the last 2.5 years. Anytime I went anywhere, I would like, oh, here's one, I took a picture, and just comparing which one looked better and everything, but ours, without a doubt, looked the best. And I'm not, I'm biased, but they do look the best, without a doubt. So I was really glad how they turned out. Moffley Media was our designers, the artistic creatives, and G-Force did the actual fabrication of the markers. Yeah, so they turned out really well, right, Sarah? I'm like,
not amazing.
the best. Yeah, even everybody there said, they're like, oh, this is really sturdy. I remember one guy was like shaking it. And,
Yeah, it was
good.
neat. And Shannon, we can't say too much about the amount of time and energy and level of expertise she's brought to it. So
Yeah.
it's really neat. And yeah.
And the other thing is a time capsule. So the stuff in the time capsule will be displayed at the closing ceremony. Thank you to Bruce Clark and Dom Siebel, because they were our liaisons with the schools. They got all the stuff from the schools and everybody else who submitted. And TV 79 is going to put some device. Hopefully, it'll be workable. I don't know if it's a thumb drive or what it is, but something where hopefully it'll be stored and people 50 years in the future can see them. So I think that's about it. Is there any other issues anybody wants to bring up? Just an open discussion here, since we're not expected to meet again. Yeah, Claire?
Al, I don't know if everybody knows, but I just wanted to wish you congratulations on your award for one of the live fire this year. And there's a profile on Al and then magazine. Can you all see this?
Yeah, it's a horrible, right.
The music end.
Right.
And it's a really big honor. There were 11 people chosen, and Al was one of them as our community heroes. So I just want to tell you congratulations on that.
Thank you, Claire and Jamie and
that is so
Maggie
cool.
and Bob for what they did for that. I was very, very honored.
Tune in on December 2nd, correct?
Right. So they did, they taped us, and James Naughton, who was in The Devil Wears Prada. I think he gave the award one by one, and then you made a minute speech or so. So I'm honored to be part of that. Thank you very much, and everybody who nominated me. Anyway, anybody else? I think
Thank
that's
you
it,
guys.
then.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And Jamie, thank you for all the minutes and everything in Parks and Rec. Everything you've done. Yeah, everybody. So without further ado, is there a motion to adjourn?
Do we have then leftover finances?
We do. We have leftover finance. We probably will have leftover finances. So
what is the estimate of that?
I'm not sure. So, it's probably a couple of $1,000s. So
if some of that could be used for the Heritage Trail.
Absolutely.
Need extra money for the website and the pamphlets and things.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we'll talk about that because that's one of the projects that's moving forward. We'll definitely talk about that after we get all the invoices in and the closing ceremony. But I do think we'll have some money left over. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we've gone up to like 40,000 now with that, and I'm just thinking if we break it up again into threes or whatever, there could be costs. So if there is money,
Absolutely. And I really want to contribute to the brochures. I think we should do that. You know.
we'll figure it out. So we'll
Yeah,
figure it out
absolutely.
in the Heritage Trail meeting,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely. And there's still, Sarah's still
Money
selling
left
stuff.
over.
So a lot of the money that she's been collecting isn't in yet.
Right.
Yeah. So we still have some invoices and
the rule is if there's money left over, it goes to the town, right?
absolutely, it goes to the town.
So that's why I feel like, you know, we're already running high on some of our costs. I think,
Absolutely.
for the
Yep.
actual project. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. Without a doubt. Yep. Anyway, anything else?
That's it.
So without further, was there a second to adjourn? All those in favor say aye. Opposed say no.
No.
That's it. So
Wait,
we expect no
say
further meetings. Thank you, everybody. Pardon me, what, Sarah?
I accidentally said no. I retract that. I was just repeating what you said. So thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
And
thank
see
you.
on November 19th. Bye-bye.
Hello.